Howdy, howdy ho. How goes? Time for round 2. Let me check, make everything's good to go. Yeah, my mic is on. I am sitting for this stream, which is my second stream today. Did a early afternoon stream, which should be showing up on my page. Takes them a while these days to filter the vids. Lots of vids to filter, intensely filter. It didn't used to take as long as it does these days. So yeah, that one should be showing up. Unless you're a subscriber and happen to catch a notification, or been to my Facebook page, which a link to can be found on my YouTube homepage, where I place a link to the vid as I'm here right now live. So if you happen to go there while I'm live here and see it, you could catch it that way. Let me do one more check here though. Yes, I am connected. 'Tis all good. So, felt like I needed to stream some more. I could stream all day. Really, I mean, my mind's constantly going. Constantly. I did write a number of notes down to make sure I cover my bases in the time I spend here. So, honor, let's just start off with the Great Reset before I, well, actually, let me take care of a couple of things first. Let's remind you to wake up, stand up, and speak up. Can't say that enough. That's like the mantra. Chanting it. Wake up, stand up, speak up. Wake up, stand up, speak up. And I will highly likely touch on this topic at some point in this stream, as well as another photo that I will pop up onto the screen later on in this stream. I hope that some find humor in it, as I do, but that's for a little bit later on. Hope everyone is well. It is still December 2nd. Or December 2nd. It's January 2nd. It's a little bit of time warp there. 2021. And it's just after 11. About a quarter after. And I'm here in California. So the day is nearing its end. Midnight approaches, and another day comes. So, did I get everything I wanted out of the way before I go on? I believe so. So, honor, integrity, freedom. Those things will have no place in the Great Reset. They won't. They don't. Yeah, the Great Reset. That's just one name for it. You know, I like to akin it to Revelation, the end, the apocalypse. I'm optimistic when I look at it because I see endings as beginnings. That's where beginnings come into play. Which these Great Reset guys see too. They're on that same similar wavelength. I mean, they're not the same. It's more like a crossing of the paths. That instant there, but then kept going different directions. Because I'm not on board with the Great Reset. Biden, Kamala, excuse me. Oh, these parts, when I get to the government, it's not easy because there's just so much going on from so many different people. It's like, where do you begin? It's hysterical and it's sad. I want to pop that picture up, but I'm not ready to put that up yet. And you're not going to have your freedom. Not like you do now. I mean, heck, you can't even... And this is happening all around the world. You know, the curfews and the lockdowns. Except for China. Why is that so? This is where, I need to get copies of those videos of the people over there in China that are just telling you like it is, Americans. They're all laughing. They think it's funny, hysterical. What's going on over here in this country and in other countries around the world that are locked down. Because they're not. I watched those. I was just blown away listening to these people in China telling Americans that pretty much that we're done. We're done. There's a time. They have a calendar and an agenda, and everything's going to plan. It might even be ramped up because the virus is working so well to do what it's doing to you and me and everyone here in this country and in many other countries. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing that this is happening. So much is happening. I think it's kind of hard to draw attention to anything right now. It's like, well, what do you draw attention to? It's like everything is just so amazing and just out there. This virus. I could switch over to like the presidency. Okay? for me, in my mind, from what I see, and from what I would like to see, I'd like for that to be available as it should be to those who have what needs to be seen. This election was a fraud. It was hijacked. Desperate attempt, whatever, to seize power. And if the people can't see that, the people in positions to be making the decisions, I guess we put them there to make, then we get what they choose. If they can't see what is taking place and allow for justice to have its day, then there's no 2024. This is it. This is it. This is like the hugest decision maker ever. It just is coming down to that. As everything just keeps building and building. The craziness, the uncertainty. There's no 2024 to come back to. If this country is going to allow for the election of its president to be openly, because at this point it's an open, it's for any and everybody to be witness to. The people that want to get this out there aren't trying to hide it. It's the other people that don't want to have anything to do with it. No. If that's the case, and this is allowed to go through, it's done. How is there to be any kind of comeback to that? I mean, you're openly allowing for it to take place when it's happened, and you know it's happened. What put it off to 2024? That's how we do it, though. We do everything like that. We just kick it down the road, deal with it later, right? No, we need to deal with this right now. Right now. This is it. This is the year. If you want to look at it like that, this is it. There's no 2024. Virus. It is water. Perrier. Not advertising for Perrier. It just happens to be what I've been drinking. About a pack of them. Save money. So yeah, there's no 2024 if this isn't dealt with now. And if it's not dealt with now, that's a clear indicator. That's all part of this great reset. Like I said, there'll be no honors. There's no honor. Nope. No integrity. No truth. No righteousness. Excuse me. That carbonated water. Sparkling water. Yeah, there will be no honor. No freedom. Not like you see them right now, have them right now. They're all hanging by a string, by threads. That's lockdown. I mean, do you guys see the videos of what goes on around the world? I don't know where it was. Somewhere, I think it was maybe Spain. New Year's Eve, there's 5 people gathered, and the police are there, and it's like unreal. Then they. Another video is Los Angeles. That's close to home for me. That's just south of where I'm at. A couple 100 miles. 300 or so. Anyway. Curfews, being out at night. And again, the police interaction. It's just like, papers, please. But it's not even that. Beyond that, I just go straight to confrontation. You under arrest. You can see those videos, on banned.video. That's banned as in not allowed. BANNED. Alex Jones. He put up a video, a little short video, 4 minutes long, earlier today. And it was, what was the title of it? The Great Reset equals the end of humanity, I believe it was. It's only 4 minutes long, but he brought up the UFO thing. I mean, he sees it. How can you not see the UFO thing that's taking place right now, and how different governments or agencies are, and this is actually not just a USA thing. There's other governments that in their way are doing the same thing, kind of stepping up to the plate to acknowledge something. What is it? Who knows? Is it real or a hoax? I think anybody can say, at least at the bottom level, where the great majority of us are, who knows? But I'll get to that later, more intensely. I want to finish up with this Great Reset and what's happening, what's coming. Let's see here. I wrote this thought down. I imagine the Great Reset fully in place, which the proponents of will not voice. They sugarcoat it and then give you a taste with a promise of more. Yeah, the Great Reset. Two classes of people, those who have and those who are given what they are allotted. Owned. Yeah, owned. You're owned. You're a slave. Everyone. Technically. It's not not a lie. It is what it is. That's what you will be under this universal basic income, under the system that they have in the works. Again, you're not, I imagine it on the other end, the other side, where I'm already living in that world. It's already happened, the Great Reset, based on, I put some of the variables into this equation that they're giving us. They're telling the things that are happening in the world and the things that they share. You kind of try to imagine it. And again, you got to incorporate everything that's currently happening into this virus. It's all part of this plan. It's all part of the Great Reset. And when I say this virus, it's not done. It's never going to end. Until the final confrontation takes place between right and wrong. I can't put it any other way, because everything is so out there and in your face. You can't deny. You can't. You have to make a choice. And it's either going to be right or wrong. This mask, this virus. I get lost in the minds that concoct this up to fruition. How does one sit together with other people and say, okay, this is how we're going to do this? And then all the people feel good about it. I can't imagine sitting at such a table with other people around it that are on that page. What are you thinking? Please explain, because I don't get it. I hope everybody that can goes to Washington, D.C. I do. You need to be there. If I could, I'd be there. If I was on the East Coast, I definitely would be there. Anywhere on the East Coast, I feel like you should definitely be in Washington, D.C. on January 6th. If you believe in truth and justice, this has nothing to do with Trump. What happens to the next person that comes along? That's why I say this needs to be dealt with now, not 2024. I'm not here in 2024. That's why I say, if this isn't resolved and it goes to this Biden, I'm going to talk on that briefly. But if it doesn't get resolved, the truth does not prevail, then I'm absolutely done. I have no... But maybe that's all part of their plan, to get people to come to that state and just give up. I don't see it as giving up. I'm just not participating in that anymore, because it lies, cheats, and steals. It does not have my best interest or anybody's interest but its own at heart. That's just a fact. But yeah. A core of truth. It is what it is. They're going to be making you take a vaccine here. That's coming. And this Biden gets in. Oh, keep doing that. Kamala. It will be even quicker. Yep. They're going to stick you, poke you, jab you against your will. If you don't want it, it doesn't matter. You must comply. Otherwise, you don't get the freedoms of buying, selling, and trading, and traveling, and just doing all the things that you like doing, remember doing. Going to the parks, hassle-free. Going to the movies. All of it. But you're going to have that shot, that vaccination, which will turn into 2 vaccinations, 3 vaccinations, and more. They're going to get you hooked on that stuff. You need it. You absolutely need it. For the people, for the safety of the people. I'm not taking a vaccination. I haven't taken any flu shots. I haven't gotten sick. I don't get sick that rarely. Maybe that's a bad thing, because it's still out there. Somewhere, probably, all the things that I didn't catch. Not that I don't ever not feel good. I haven't had anything like just really bad hit me, other than a couple years ago, just before I turned 50, I did get something. And that stuff knocked me out and wound up in the hospital with blood clots that needed to be tended to. My first time in a hospital, having to go to the doctor for something like that, having surgeries, never had surgeries before, and being in the hospital on my 50th birthday. Memories. Where was I? Oh yeah. 2024 needs to be resolved now. This whole election, and that's why you need to be in D.C., Washington, on January 6th, standing with your fellow Americans together, strong, making a difference. Yeah, I think that the 6th is going to be a interesting day. Yeah, my phone agrees too. I don't know if the mic picked that up. I'm sure it did. I'm thinking about this photo. It's actually two photos. It's a picture of me and it's a picture of another person. And I put them side by side, and then if you've been to my Facebook page, you've seen the photo. It's funny for me. It makes me not be so serious, so frustrated, so like the look in her face, her eyes. She looks pissed off in that photo. I don't know. She doesn't look friendly to me. Not somebody I'd want to go up and say, "Hey, can I shake your hand? I want to remember you. Just something about you." Yeah, maybe I should put that photo up now. How long have I been streaming so far? Just over half an hour. Yeah, I'm getting close to it. I did get to the... Yeah, and you know what? No more lockdowns either. This has got to come to a stop. It just needs to... Nature needs to take its course. What will be, will be. Que sera, sera. I mean, from what I understand, the numbers... It looks like the numbers of people that died last year are more than the people that died this year, yet there was no COVID last year. I don't know how those numbers are changing because they're finalizing them up, but it's looking pretty good in that direction. But maybe it'll be like the whole voting thing, and at the last second they'll do the switcheroo stuff and skew everything. It's like you can't believe anything anymore. For me, I'm finding it to be that's the situation. Who do you believe? What do you believe anymore? Everybody's trying to get ahead. It's this power game. That's what's happening right now, the shift in power. They're getting rid of a lot of those people out there that thought that they were going to make it to they could make it to the top. You know, those top dogs feel threatened. Too many of you. We gotta change this up. And again, that's just one aspect of this whole thing, whatever you want to call this, that's happening. It's just one aspect. There's just so many things that are taking place, so many reasons why what's happening is happening. Now, these people clearly believe there's too many of you. There's too many people in the world. They want you gone. That's the truth. If you hook them up to the latest technology, the latest truth detector, then you would discover that they can't get away with this. Is basically what I'm coming to. It's enough of this is enough. We're not stupid, and it just because you have money doesn't mean you shouldn't make you like a god. Like Gates thinks he's some kind of a doctor, some health expert, world health expert. He hasn't gone to school for any kind of training like that. But because he has all this money, he can make that claim, I guess, and the people buy it because they allow for him to do what he does and not be accountable for the fact that who are you? You have your thoughts, we have our thoughts. Money shouldn't be having anything to do with life. Money's a strange thing. I have my ideas about the money thing, or I have had my ideas about the whole money thing. I think that over these last few years, for me, I haven't thought so much about the money because I feel like what's coming, there's not going to be money. But and I'm not talking about the Great Reset. It's more like it's a whole new way of life, a whole new way of life, one where you could say it's like breathing air. When you breathe air, you get what you need out of the breathing to be alive, to continue being alive, but you also need other things. I imagine that act of breathing giving you everything you need, that there's nourishment, energy in the air, so you're not so much consumed by eating in the sense that we think of eating. I guess I should just kind of shift in. Well, no, you know what? I gotta put my picture up that I took of me and then a picture of this other person that was posted today that I saw of Nancy Pelosi. And yeah, Nancy, let's just pop this photo up here. Here we go. So, I posted this on my Facebook page earlier, a couple hours ago. And I am not a fan of the work of this woman, mother, and probably grandmother. It's truth. Come on, man. Notice where she carries her eye. Now see where I carry mine. She carries hers low while mine is right where it needs to be, with my mind at the center. Just saying. I gotta laugh, because Nancy Pelosi bans gender terms like mother, daughter, father. sun, and house rules. That's just insanity. We are all brothers and sisters. I absolutely, wholeheartedly believe that. But we're in a day and age where you can't feel that. You can't say that anyways, I guess. Talk like that. A bit of a nose itch. So yeah, I got a laugh. I just saw that and I saw the eye, her eye. Because it's totally an eye. I've been seeing that for years when people do that. You put your hands up on top of your head, or like she's doing. Her eye sits low. Anyway, I hope you see the eye, and you're not like, what is he talking about? Clearly, I mean, the eyes, or the arms form the outline of the eye. Then you got the center of the eye. Good stuff. Got me to chuckle. I needed that. Definitely, especially after seeing that headline out there. So let's go ahead and take that off the screen. Maybe what I should do is shrink it down and leave it there. Yeah, there you go. And if you got a good HD 1080p playing, you should be able to see that, unless you're on a little teeny phone screen. But I'm going to leave that there. So if I start to get frustrated, I can look over and, yeah, and laugh. So, yeah, I could go on and on and on. Government, and I mean, I'm not no expert in all of it. I try to see myself as a common sense kind of guy, an average Joe. Who thinks about all this. For the most part, I see myself as a mellow dude, but I can get going. I can. There's a video or 2 or 3 where I'm heated. I think one would say. I'm just telling it like it is. That's who I am. No more, no less. I've always felt like if you feel a certain way, for whatever reasons, you need to be who and what you feel. And if it's a problem, then it's up to whoever it's a problem with to address the cause, the cause of whatever it is, and then you go from there. But that doesn't happen these days. There's no conversation. There's only action. Talk later. Action first. But then there's no talking, because the whole action thing is to eliminate. Anyway. Again, I could just go on and on with the whole government and what's going on, but I'll save that for tomorrow. in that stream. So for the remainder of the stream, I'm going to shift into the whole UFOs and either go over what I've already said or expand on what I've already said and shared on the topic. I'm a very avid, or have been. I've shifted my perceptions in a pretty big way over the last couple of years. Prior to that, I was very... I haven't read every book on the phenomena, but I've read a number of books, and I started reading books when I was 8, 9, 10 years old. Paperbacks from Grandma. Can I say that? Miss your Grandma. You're ridiculous, Pelosi. So yeah, I'm drawn to the subject. I'm curious. I have not had flying saucers land, but I do have an event a memory, whether it's a memory of a dream or not, I cannot say. Other than it has remained with me my entire life. Not a day goes by that I don't flash on it, and it's a big part of who I am. And that is something that happened to me when I was 3 years old, late 2s, early 3, somewhere in there. And my mother takes me in the middle of the night out of my bed and puts me out on the front porch to the house. It was a house out wasn't in the city. It was Scotts Valley, which is the mountains between Santa Cruz and San Jose. In the middle of the night, I'm out there by myself. She goes back inside. And I experience everything you would imagine somebody at that age, not fully aware of reality and everything that goes on, and being in that situation. I discover I'm not alone, and there's a blue-white light in the shape of like a person, because there's no detail like eyes and ears and nose, but the form of a head, legs, arms. Again, no detail, just this form of light. And it came to me. It picked me up. I've talked about this in the past from time to time, just to keep somebody that didn't know, kind of bring them up to speed to where I am as far as what I have professed and claimed. Anyway, whatever this was, I was very fearful of it until it picked me up. That feeling, because it didn't actually pick me up. It was all so fast. Pick me up. That sensation, just like I'm in its arms, whatever it was. It's holding me, and it was the best. The best. Never wanted to leave. Not where I was. I wasn't here anymore by that point. I don't know where I was. I did not want to go anywhere other than remain right there. I knew that much. It seemed like when I thought that, that's when everything just goes black. It just goes black. And then like I'm closing my eyes, or you close your eyes and it's dark, and then you open them. Everything was changed. It wasn't where I was. I wasn't with whatever this was. Not that I ever saw it. It was more of a feeling, an experience. Anyway, when I open my eyes, or the blackness goes away, I'm with my dad, cutting wood underneath the house that we lived in. So, UFOs have been on my mind. Obviously, with that kind of a memory of whatever you want to call it, a dream or whatnot, I was compelled, pushed in that direction to want to know what's up with UFOs. And Close Encounters came out in 1977. I was 10 years old. I insisted I have to see this movie. Kept telling Dad, I gotta go. Well, watch this movie. It's coming out on this day. It'll be out on this day. You know, can I watch it? Can we go watch it? I don't want to go alone. But I wound up going alone. Dad did take me, and I watched the movie on a big screen, not the smaller screens that they cram into theaters these days. And I was like totally hooked. I'm like on board. Let's go. Let's the landing. I'm ready. Aren't you? Anyway, here we are all these years later, and I'm very firm in I don't see a landing. I just don't see that happening. It's like it's like asking a fish to come out of water. This, whatever this is, for them to come and land, it's like asking the fish to come out of the water and be there on the lawn. It's never gonna happen. You think you're ever gonna see that? A fish out of water? Alive? I'm just saying, people have this expectation of whatever this is. They put this expectation of humans onto it. It must be the things that we are. It must be. It must behave and do all the things that we do, and it don't. Again, it's like asking a fish to come out of water. They're going to remain right where they're at. I see UFOs, craft, whatever you want to call them. To me, those are more like a bridge, a midway point between here and there. That's all. That's their sole purpose. And you can observe, monitor, with them, like satellites, multi-purpose. It's hard for me because I'm so beyond the physical nature of reality. Yeah, I saw that John Abbey left a comment. I haven't gotten to go back and respond to the comments that I saw earlier because I was getting ready to do this stream. But he mentioned, because I've been talking about Revelation and the mark of the beast and putting pieces together. He mentioned the Mandela Effect and all that. And I'm totally on board there because there are some weird things with the Bible that I don't understand. Changes in the words. Things that my whole life, and I'm 53, and my whole life, if somebody had asked me these certain changes of these certain changes in the Bible, what I think how the passage goes, I would have been wrong. The biggest one is the lion laying with the lamb, which is not correct. It's the wolf lays with the lamb. That one I don't get. I haven't heard any theologians that are firm in it being wolf, but at the same time explain how all these other people came to see it as the lion. I haven't seen that yet. It may be out there. But when you see churches built, and they're built on the theme of the lion laying with the lamb, I mean, they create displays, and that's it. That the church is beams with that message. Oh, how do you get something like that wrong? I mean, are they looking at the book that they're preaching from? And I still continue to hear it in like TV shows, older, like I was watching Good Times a few weeks ago. Watched a few of the seasons, just did some binge watching, I guess I call it. Dynamite. Jimmy Walker. Anyway, I was watching episodes of Good Times, and in one of the episodes, churches come up and they say the lion laying with the lamb. Again, I've heard it in other shows. People have gotten tattoos on their arms of a lion laying with a lamb. I mean, some beautiful works of art. Had to have cost a penny or two. Why? Why would you do that if it's false? Again, that's just one. There are a host of changes in the Bible that I connect with. I'm confused. There's words that they're in there that are out of place because it's more like It's like the Bible was revised to bring it up to almost modern day, and uses words that didn't even exist back then. That just, I don't know. It's very, very odd. It is. Makes you think. I think it's, to me, I come to the conclusion that the Mandela Effect I don't think the Mandela Effect happened, and I don't have no idea if people are still finding changes, because I haven't been keeping abreast of that. But I think that it was to show us what's coming. What things are not what you thought they were. Things are changing. Things are going to be different. And when I see the Bible changes, and then I see what's going on right now with this virus, and the Pope, if you're a Catholic, he's definitely wanting you to get poked. He wants you to get that mark. I see it as a mark of the beast, because without it, you can't conduct business. You can't be a person in society. Who knows what's going to come of the people that don't take it? Because there's an awfully lot of them out there that don't want to take it. And I feel this. And then I'm going to bring this one to a close. I like to keep them at an hour, and I'm just over an hour right now. But I feel this. The people are getting tired of all of this. They're getting fed up. Enough is enough. I mean, we're not stupid. It's like, come on, man. You know, and what the hell, Pelosi? Why aren't you talking to your man about that? Come on, man. I mean, if you're so insensitive to these gender clarifications, then you should be having a tizzy, because he loves saying, come on, man. Come on, woman. I didn't get to UFOs quite like I wanted to. Not that I ever do. It's important. Something's going on there. I mean, there's a reason why these kinds of things are being put out there. Newspapers, big newspapers, are putting out the articles that they put out. You know, the government's telling you, these different agencies, that something's out there. Again, Alex Jones in that 4-minute one, he said something about they're interacting with them, which I don't think so. And I've already made it very clear in the previous video this earlier today that if that's the case, and I may have said this last night too, if that's the case, then be wary. I would, because I wouldn't trust any kind of an intelligence that would claim to be what's the right word? Advanced is the easy word, but it's more than just that they're advanced. They have an understanding and appreciation, whatever this is. It has that level of sensitivity to life. I don't see it coming here and interacting with a government that lies, cheats, and steals. And this isn't a government that just started doing this. This has been been going on from the beginning. It's definitely one of those things we do that we've been doing from the beginning that we can't figure out. You can't do that. So yeah, if the government is in contact with ETs, I'm wary of them. Both of them, government and ET. I just see any kind of an intelligent race of beings making contact with an entire world at once, as best it can. That's the right way, because this is a world event. Everybody is a participant. You can't have this is something you can't do gradually. It's a worldwide event, simultaneous. Not through governments keeping it secret for decades, creating technology supposedly from crashed vehicles that then eventually may get to the public, but people are making huge amounts of money off of this, all of which should be going to the people, belongs to the people. All of it's just so wrong. So I'm wary of that. I'm waiting to see what's going to play out. It's going to be an actual. I can't think about it because I can't budge from an intelligence coming here and doing contact via everybody, because it's one of those things that involves everybody needs to know. They need to know it all at the same time, because this is something everybody's involved in. Everybody has to work together through this. I start hearing deals with the government and talks with the government and aliens, and I start thinking of evil. It's evil. It's gotta be, because it's just wrong. You don't. I don't know. I'm going to end this stream, but I'll say if anybody were to see this video, I would say, and they were in a position to make decisions about releasing information, I would say to them, 180 days is too long to wait. What's the point? Now is the time. I mean, everything else is happening. What's the little bit more data like this to add into the pot? It's time to put all the cards on the table. And it does seem like that's happening. So much is happening. I will return and do another one of these. I want to thank you for stopping by and listening to me ramble and rant. Hopefully from time to time I slip out a little gem worth remembering. So yeah, till we meet again. Be well and smile.